Hey guys, this is Jesse, and today I have for you my newest deck that I've never done before, and going to try it out for regionals, and I think it's going to be really freaking good. Chain Burn. Please don't hate me. I know it's Chain Burn, and it's trolly as fuck, and it's also really good. But you know what? It got top 8 at this past San Jose's regional. It took 7th. It also got top, I believe, 16 at YCS Brighton. It's fucking good. So I had to build my own version of it, and I'll take you through the steps of the deck and why I chose certain things. So let's start with my favorite tech of the deck, of course, Watt Giraffe. I've been talking about it, and here he is. I decided that 3 is too many, so 2 is perfectly fine. This card is fucking nuts in this deck. It's really good. It gets that 1200 in every turn, which is so important. If I get this first 2 turns, I can kill you in probably the first 2 turns. It's amazing. The fact that I get the 1200 damage in, I don't care if it gets Mirror Force, Deep Prison, not bottom, anything. I don't give a shit. If they warning it, cool. That means that Lava Golem and Meteon won't get warninged. It also means that if they get Mirror Force, Deep Prison, I just use it Chain Link 1 and then chain all my crap to it. If that damage does get in, that means that main phase 2, all my chain links will be uninterrupted because you can't activate anything. Your opponent can't activate anything after Watt Giraffe does battle damage. So it's amazing in this deck. It's working great. Double Meteon because he's totally busted in this deck. He's really good against Inzectors because he can't be destroyed by card effects. And he bounces all your crap back to the hand. And I can bounce Lava Golems and reuse them again if I feel like they're a threat. Plus, not to mention, of course, because of 300 burn damage, so it's amazing, and it recycles itself. So it's basically, if you don't want it or deep press in this, it's going to keep coming back over and over again. 2 Lava Golems, because they're totally important. Game 1 against Rabbit, it wrecks. You trip it to Lycias and stuff, it wrecks Rabbit so hard, it's amazing. 1 Morphing Jar. If I see Dark Worlds, I don't set this card. That's basically it. I don't set Morphing Jar turn 1 unless I know what I'm playing. If it's Dark Worlds, I just don't play it. That's pretty simple. You know, a lot of people are going to ask me, oh, what about, game 1 against Dark Worlds? Well, you just don't play Morphing Jar. Don't be a moron. But he's still really good. If I set my whole hand and they attack into this, oh my gosh, it's amazing. 3 Swift Scarecrow. Sorry for the proxy. For some reason, I can't. I know I have another one, but I can't find it right now. So 3 Swift Scarecrows because they're really difficult to negate, and I feel they're a lot better than Battle Fader because Battle Fader can be warninged. And you'll see in the deck I don't run Threatenings or Wabakus because you don't really need it. And it's great. Fantastic. That's all the monsters, just 10. 3 Product Duality because it's Product Duality. It's busted. You gotta have it. 2 Chain Strike because it's fucking ridiculous in Chain Burn. If this was at 3, I think Chain Burn would be tier 1 because it would just burn you way too fast. Chain Strike is amazing. Those are the only spells, just 5. All you need. Double Geometrio, which is really good if they summon, unequal level non-tuner monsters or 2 tuners. You just lock their field down and it fuels Secret Barrel and Just Desserts. It's amazing. Yeah, it's really good. Especially good if I sight in the Dark Hole and I blow it up and they torrential. I chain this and they get the burn damage. The draw cards, 3 Legacy, you draw 1 card. 3 Reckless, draw 2 cards, keep your next 2 draw phases. It's broken. If you get more than 1 off in a turn, you just draw a shitload of cards. 3 Draw Greed. You just need them for chain links, basically. 2 Accumulated Fortune. I felt like 3 is too many, because if you draw double this, like ever, it sucks. Unless you have a whole bunch of other traps already down, it really sucks, because it's really hard to get it, chain 4 and 5 off. So 2 is enough. I already have enough draw power and deck thinning. I don't really need it. 3 Dimension Walls, because they're insane. You have to have them. They get that direct damage in. It's busted if they stupidly choose to attack with Lava Golem. It's amazing. Double Cylinder for the same reason. 3 Secret Barrel is one of the best burn cards in the deck. It's amazing. Basically, your opponent can never stop drawing cards, and it's really hilarious when they play Inzectors or some Plant Synchro, and they get all this advantage over you, and then you Secret Barrel it, and they're like, well, shit, I wish I didn't have all these cards in my hand. Well, haha. Thank you for, getting more cards in your hand and on the field so I can burn you for more. It's hilarious. 3 just desserts because it's amazing, especially with the Jama Trio. It just burns you really fast. It's great, especially when your opponent swarms all over you. It's amazing. And then Ceasefire for the same reason. It's just really good, especially if I have Meteon or Black Giraffe, you know, you just get that extra 500 in. Really important. That's the main deck. It's pretty simple. It's mostly chainable stuff. It's really fast. I pretty much always win by turn 3. It's really good. It's really consistent, too. So here we go on to the side deck. There is no extra deck because you don't need one. You can't really have one either. There's nothing you would really go for. Double Penguin Soldier because it's really good against... I like it against Monarchs for anything that, you know, they might say Jinzo or something. I like it against Rabbit because they mostly go for Lagia to stop your chain links, and then you just bounce it back. It's hilarious. 3 MSTs for Decrees. 1 Twister for Decree. I like it better than Breaker because Breaker can get warninged. Dark Hole for pretty much Jinzo. These are 2 Smashing Grounds because, again, I kind of lost them. I don't know where they are. 2 Smashing Grounds. Jinzo. Basically, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then 3 Wabakus and 3 Threatening Roars. Now, the reason those are in there is because Inzectors. Basically, for Inzectors, I side out anything that is not chainable that would sit on the field, and I side in everything that is chainable, so that I laugh all day long. I side in the MSTs, the Wabakus, Threatenings, and maybe Smashing, most likely Dark Hole, and then I side out everything that sits in the field. The Giraffes, I side out the Lava Golems, I side out Morphine Jar, and I side out the Dimension Walls and Magic Cylinders. Because honestly, you don't need it in Inzectors because the only way that they can swarm on you is by popping your cards, and that's the only way that they can get field advantage. Otherwise, they're just little weenie monsters. You know, the strongest they can attack you for, if anyone's even running it, is with Gigamantis, is 2400, and that's it. And honestly, you can take that for a couple turns. They are not an OTK deck whatsoever. And if they are, you know what? They got way lucky, and you didn't. But that's really rare. They are not an OTK deck. So you can just wait and just chain everything, and you win, and it's hilarious. So Inzectors are not a problem at all. This deck owns Inzectors. I am going to take this to the next regional on February 18th, and I will let you guys know how it goes. If anyone has any suggestions or ideas for the deck or wants to say that I'm a piece of shit because I'm running this deck, I apologize, but it's really good, and I love it, and I wanted to use a deck that would rape Inzectors, and this rapes Inzectors. So thank you for watching, and more videos coming to you soon.